I came to interview parents at SCHI, Lakewood's school for children with hidden intelligence. I was prepared to ask questions, prepared to listen, and prepared to learn. What I could not possibly have prepared for was that the story of SCHI could have such a powerful impact. So it's clear why someone like yourself, a family that has a child with special needs, would be so indebted to SCHI. Of what value is it to the outside community at large?
You know, you always hear people talk about Lakewood as an Ir HaTorah, whether or not you're learning or not. As parents, we know we're bringing up our children in a special environment. I think in the same vein, SCHI makes this town, this city, a city of chesed like no other. And I think that whether or not you have a child in the school or not, you, yourself, your family, your children will, through osmosis, be brought up in a town, live in a town that is built on chesed. There's no place like SCHI in any Jewish community, in a non-Jewish community, just as there's no place like Beis Medrash Gevaya in any other place in the world.
Rabbi Guri, thank you for coming in to talk to us.
You're welcome.
Please tell us, some people may not know, what exactly is the situation with your son, Yisrael Meir?
Yisrael Meir is a 9-year-old boy, big boy, who is currently in SCHI, severely disabled. Basically doesn't function on his own and needs full-day therapy, full-day help in order to make it through a day.
And what exactly is his particular challenge?
Well, when he was a small child, he contracted meningitis. When he was a year old, he was healthy. And it basically wiped him out. I mean, you know, we almost lost him. And, you know, thank God he lived. But there was a pretty bad case of bacterial meningitis to the point where his brain function was wiped out.
Are there any particular challenges or stories that stand out for you in how SCHI was able to really bring about a change in your son?
I mean, you take a boy who at 3 can't do anything, literally nothing, and has no brain function, basically, and now he can sort of self-feed. He can stand up. He can sit. He's happy. He's a human being. He's not just a sack of potatoes. He's somebody who there's potential eventually may be one day, with God's help, self-sufficient.
So tell us what's unique about SCHI.
One thing which I've always felt has been truly special is the balance that the school has between professionalism and a personal, caring touch. You do feel that you're working within a very professional structure, but at the same time, the therapists are so involved and they're so attached to the kids, and it becomes personal, where they want to see these kids succeed because they love these kids.
Every child on their own is a piece of something special. Each piece apart is just one single part of the whole and perfect balance in our world. Every child is only one, but each one plus one is greater. For a child who needs with a child who leads adds up to be a precious total sum. And here we are, we make a balanced equation, the perfect complete creation. Kol Yisroel Arevim. Yes, you and I, we're more than the parts that make us. Undivided, they'll never shake us. You and SCHI. but each one plus one is greater. For a child who needs with a child who leads adds up to be a precious total sum. And here we are, we make a balanced equation, the perfect complete creation. Kol Yisroel Arevim. Yes, you and I, we're more than the parts that make us. Undivided, they'll never shake us. You and Shai, we share one soul. Our Father, our Creator, our common denominator. The sum is now even greater. We'll reach the goal. The balance will be completed. United, we're undefeated. A perfect whole.
Was once reading a Mark Twain book called Life on the Mississippi, and he was a river boatsman, and he sort of gets into the beauty of the river and how stunning it was for him initially when he was learning the river. But then at the end he writes, but what he gained in the knowledge of the river, eventually he lost in the understanding and the beauty of what the river really was. And he writes, how he pities doctors who don't look at a human being as a beautiful person. They look at them as that wrinkle in their face means this disease. Very clinical. And to bring my son to SCHI, where the professionalism is at a tremendous level, and then they take my son in, and he's not the kid that needs this therapy today or that therapy today, or he's this boy that has this problem. He's Yisrael Meir, he's my son, and every day they look at him that way, which is an amazing feat to sort of deal with him as a beautiful human being as opposed to a clinical therapy case.
It's obvious why someone in your situation is deeply indebted to the SCHI family, but why would the rest of the community care?
So much like an organization like Hatzalah and Tomchei Shabbos, which we all support and we all care very deeply for, so that they're there if someone ever needs their services, and we all understand the value. SCHI is in the same category of a community resource. It has to be there if we ever need those services. And there's no better organization if you do need those services than SCHI. And we all know people who have a child with special needs, and the fact that SCHI is there for them is sort of a comfort, knowing that this child will get their needs addressed in the best possible way.
They're always working with the children in such a beautiful, pleasant, and constructive atmosphere. I can't tell you how much I feel SCHI takes credit for it, because it's indescribable. How do you say something that has no bounds? In your description, you have no way to describe it.
Rabbi Eisenman, it is a pleasure to finally meet you and to be able to put a face to the name. I've been sitting here all day listening to parents say nothing but wonderful things about their experience both with you and with SCHI, and I was hoping to get a little bit more detail from you as to what inspired you to start such an incredible organization.
It's very hard for anyone outside from the parents to understand that's not to put the child to bed, to carry the child. As they have the other children, they have to teach them, they have to do with them homework. And here, how this is really takes a toll. It's like you're having, if someone would have 5 children, it's like you're having 10 children. But the public, the general public, will not understand it. I don't want them to understand it, because no one should know from them.
And here we are, we make a balanced equation, the perfect complete creation. Kol Yisroel Arevim. Yes, you and I, we're more than the parts that make us. Undivided, they'll never shake us. You and SCHI, the perfect balance, you and SCHI, you and SCHI. salvation.